Hello and welcome to the Bees TV discussion. Today I will be talking about our tense and nervy affair against West Bromwich Albion that saw us eventually winning by 1-0. We began the game with some great link-up play. Although for the first 20 minutes we were being heavily pressured by West Brom, players from Brentford were always running to make some space and always making themselves available for incoming passes. Again, similar to last week versus Fulham, the key difference is that Brentford were pushing hard. Pushing hard for almost the whole game. If we lost the ball, the pressing from the squad was instant. Pressing top quality to make sure that we could win the ball back, win those second balls and win those 50-50s. All of this really comes down to Brentford's fitness because we were clearly the fitter side mentally and physically. Mentally, because of the desire to keep the ball, and if the ball is lost, to get back there, and physically, to all the work and training the players have been doing before the season restart in lockdown. We talk about scouting, and I have said a few times already, especially in the first episode, that I thought we would be very safe because the recruitment from our directors of football, Phil Giles and Rasmus Ankersen, have been one of the best in English football. We only recruit players with a desire to always put in 100% and desire to improve constantly. We will often go for actually lower ability players, but with a better mentality due to the bigger potential of these types of players. Players whose transfer value will increase and often double or triple. We've seen Neil Maupay bought for 1.6 million, sold for 20 million. 12.5 times more than his original price. We've seen Said Benrahma bought for 2.7 million, now valued at around 25 million. 9.25 times more than his original value. Ezri Konsa bought for 2.5 million and sold for 12, and that's not even mentioning the likes of Chris Mepham, Andre Gray and James Tarkowski. Eventually, the goal came down to a fantastic piece of build-up play, playing out from the back, a great succession of passes. We broke through the midfield line quite easily as Said Benrahma was exactly where he needed to be, and Josh De Silva made a perfect run from inside the West Brom defence, eventually crossing it in for a Watkins contested tap-in. What I felt about the West Brom defence is that when Said Benrahma was on the ball, the West Brom defence didn't want to challenge him and instead actually decided to stay planted. I think this is because we know that if opposition defenders get close to Benrahma, then he can easily step past them. But the problem of the West Brom defenders stepping back was this opened up a clear passing lane for Benrahma to send a charging Josh De Silva in, who then puts it into the box. If you look closely, Josh De Silva, he's not actually trying to shoot at goal. He knows someone is in the box. He knows Ollie Watkins is lurking, who then can put it away. Now, the key reason why we managed to stay ahead 1-0 was our solid defence. Our defenders were giving everything for the badge. We bring up people like Ethan Pinnock. The way he played out there today was selfless. He played for the fans, he played for the club. I'm sure if you watched the game, you remember his block from late on. Ethan Pinnock came out of nowhere, sacrificing his body on the line and getting in a crucial block. To think about that this man was playing non-league football 3 years ago is incredible. Said Benrahma also looked very lively in the beginning. Unlike last week, it felt that last week Said Benrahma was quite inaccurate and off the pace, but we can say this is due to rustiness because of the lack of football. But it was fantastic to see Said back in form again. It was also great to see Pontus Jansson being Pontus Jansson. You could hear him screaming for most of the game, being a commander and keeping our defence tight. Overall, the performance at the back was incredible. I much prefer when we actually defend constantly by attacking. For example, the 7-0 versus Luton, the Sheffield Wednesday 5-0, Hull City 5-1 and Fulham 1-0. And in Fulham, although we scored only one goal, most of the play was in the opposition half. Thank you for listening to Beast TV. I've been your host, Rajan Semi, and goodbye.